Hello, fellow faithful. It is your boy, Bulldog here, world's greatest silver analyst, with my main man, Tanman. And we are back for Game 6 of the CLG 2021 LCS Spring Split. I am out of Diet Dr. Pepper here, but I have some water. Gotta stay hydrated, my friends. So, let's just jump.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, I know. I'm not letting you get a word like to say hi or anything.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to go over draft because the past two drafts have been so bad.
Mm-hmm. So let's get right into pick ban here.
I really like that ban.
So
to last game, we're getting a first pick Gragas here. We expect it to go into the hands of Finn. But
it kind of interesting that we banned out the TF to start with,
especially considering RJS is so good at the champion, and he's not likely to be first picked. I don't know.
And then
I'd rather ban Kai'Sa here, and then especially if our plan is to first pick Gragas. Gragas is actually a three-way flex still, which is nice, but
we've only shown it top thus far.
Yeah,
and a Blaze Olive isn't really someone that I'm gonna fear on the Twisted Fate. He was he? No, it wasn't him. It was the Golden Guardians Academy player that did the worst TF build I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my god, that was the Shurelia's rapid fire cannon build.
Yes.
When TF, yeah, and he went in and he gold carded someone, and it didn't even break their bloodthirster shield. That was like crazy.
But
so good.
Olive, Olive generally.
I don't think he's bad at TF.
But he tends to like lean on the Orianna a lot and the Azir. I think.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good at Azir. He's not bad at TF, but yeah, I don't know why we're banning it. I guess we probably have a draft specifically designed to not play against TF. Is what I assume they're banning it for.
Yeah.
Especially with a first pick Gragas, which isn't super common aside from the fact that it's a three-way flex.
And something that wouldn't want to play against TF would tell me that we'd want to focus side lane pretty heavily. But if we were going for side lane heavy comp, Camille would be my first choice in that. And
then we banned the Camille too. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the assumption that we have a draft plan as far as first picking Gragas and banning the TF Camille. Because I guess you don't want Camille. If you're first picking Gragas here, you're flexing it. You can flex it top, support, or jungle. And we've only seen it top though, so I mean, first picking Finn's champ is weird to me. But yeah, the Nor might come out because it's a good blind pick, and if it is the top Gragas, interesting. Yeah, GP beats Gragas in isolation, but I don't know why you.
Yeah,
I don't know. If they consider, I don't think
into this Gragas right now.
Yeah, I don't think they considered it a three-way flex, considering they picked the GP. I think they just straight up assumed it's going top, because GP does do well in the Gragas. And they didn't ban. Imagine not banning RJS Zoe.
Yeah.
Like, again, they let it through. I don't understand why teams are letting this through. It's his best champ. He's by far the best Zoe in NA. And you keep letting it through. It's not generally not a good idea.
And we can pick up Kai'Sa here.
Yeah, Kai'Sa still hasn't been picked up either. I mean,
yeah. And then
okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think Samira is bad. But I think Samira isn't great into GP because GP is a pretty long range team fighter. Like, his barrels cover a lot of distance, and Samir is so short range. Are they okay? Yeah, they just picked Kai'Sa here.
Flaunting it as it is one of the really good picks into
I think
we haven't seen too much. Yet so many AD carry players will always talk to me
now at this point what we do, look at this. Okay, this is interesting. So they just
we should choke support pool.
we should choke CC champions. So you either ban the Leo or
Leo
the
Alistar.
or the Alistar, and then you can also ban a CC mid laner if you want. They're banning Nocturne. I don't know why we don't have
Yeah, we
Nocturne
don't
set
have the
up right now.
setup for it.
So I don't, and Rel's not on the table. That's a terrible ban from GTS. But they have 3 no CC champs. So you just start targeting CC champs that they might want to play. So you ban Alistar or you ban Syndra or Galio or Leona, but just ban champions that that's hilarious. The Malzahar ban is specifically against the Zoe because his
good.
or your Zoe R.
Yeah.
So if you Zoe R in and he presses R, it still R's you when you're back at your original point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if the Blaze Olive plays Malzahar. They probably just want to avoid it. So they banned their own All-Star. 200 IQ. Now we can ban.
We
could ban Leona or Galio. But we also could pick Leona or Galio. I think Galio's not bad with a Gragas. Leona, but
it's not
Leona's ideal.
Oh,
okay, Nautilus is a good one. Yeah. And so now, who are they going to pick? They have to pick a CC support, or they're just going to be stuck with no CC.
And they pretty much have to pick the Leona, and the Gragas is really good in Leona as a support matchup because Gragas is one of the better peeling champions in the game.
Yeah. You kind of just want to. Wow, they trolled this draft so hard.
We could just pick the Leona.
Yeah, we just get Leona now. And by the way, their comp wins if we try and run into them with the engage, right? But people don't understand that our goal to engage isn't using the Gragas and the Leona here. Our goal to engage is hitting a bubble and then having Leona press R on the bubble target. There's no getting out of that. But we pick Aatrox instead. But we probably take Leona. Yeah. Okay.
We flex it to the jungle. Let's go. The Gragas.
We get to see Gragas jungle.
The legendary. The CLG classic Gragas jungle.
This is the type of stuff you want to see. So yeah, this is the comp where you don't even worry about the CC on Leona and Aatrox to engage. You in Gragas, you engage with a Zoe bubble on one target and hit them with the Leona R. Because if you try and rely on the other stuff, they can maybe run away and just outdamage you in team fights. Kite with GP barrels, with Graves W, with Syndra E, with Kaisa R, and with Galio stuff. You know, like, so what you do is you isolate one target and one-shot them with a Zoe bubble into Leona. And then the fight's over. You can't really fight 45 regardless of that. So, and RJS will hit bubbles because he's phenomenal at that champion. What's interesting is people think that GP beats Aatrox, but he really does not.
Yeah, I don't know that matchup.
Aatrox actually wins this matchup post level 3. GP gets the early lead, obviously, with just Q spam into push, and then he can cheater recall, and buy coal or any other sort of bullying items.
Alright, can we make fun of their faces real quick?
What do you mean? There's nothing to make fun of. They look phenomenal.
Stixay with a little bit of stubble.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that Newbie is bald.
Yeah, he looks like Walmart brand Johnny Sins.
What the fuck?
Wait, how the hell is Golden Guardians 3-2?
Dude, they're just too good, bro.
What the hell is the LCS?
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. They're 0-4. No, or they're 1-4. They're 1-4. They're not 3-2. That's incorrect.
That has to be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong. They're not 3. Okay.
I was like, wait a minute. What?
You can't do it very easily.
That would be crazy, bro.
It's up to Golden Guardians to make sure they're playing this one.
We're not going for a weird level 1.
But unfortunately,
yeah.
that has been what CLG has showed us so far, is that they can play the
I don't think we would win unless. Yeah, I don't think we win.
Yeah, we don't have terribly good level 1.
Team is the one that does not have the
I doubt we'll see that many level 1s from CLG going forward. We've basically used them all on losses, so.
Off objectives, you can gain territory, you slowly move up, and it
Well, we
forces
can.
shorter range.
Yeah, we'd have to get more creative though. We're already like using all these creative level 1s. People kind of are trying to play it safe against us now, which is good though. I mean, it's good to have teams that are scared and have to play completely standard and don't get any extra vision on you. It gives you a lot more freedom as a jungler. So this is good. I really like this. Galio is starting topside because the GP matchup, you can't do anything until post level 3 anyway. So that path where you would go bot side, where you take red, take wraps, and then go top side clear. You can't really do that into the GP to gank GP because the Aatrox can't do anything for you until level 3, post level 3. So he's gonna wait. He's gonna path bot side where he has the guaranteed CC. If that gank's open, he can go there. He also gets to avoid the Graves, so we would lose to level 1. I mean, 1v1, sorry. This is a really bad trade by Finn. He has D-Shield, so it's okay, but he's just like letting Niles spam grasp Q, which does so much damage early.
I like the fact that you brought up about the junglers.
He just needs to stay in XP range and wait till level 3.
And being more of an important factor. I saw some similar takes on Twitter of people expecting the jungle meta to just turn into these champions that don't require a high economy to function well. You can always be a meatball. You can always just make plays for your team. So 11.4, it will be fun to see how that.
Why is he standing? He stands in range to trade the GP barrel.
I don't know.
It's just you shouldn't be standing there, but it's not a huge deal. D-Shield does so much in this matchup for the early levels.
Yeah.
I think D-Shield's like
and Gragas is
way under purchased
with Graves right now.
Yeah, he's staying on pace. But this is why you're expected to stay on pace. Gragas clear actually isn't too bad. The issue is the 1v1 doesn't happen. And you're never going to have Prio topside. And you're not going to have Prio mid either early. So you path bot side, where you know Graves started, and where you're going to have Prio. Because Samir Leona beats Kaisa Galio if played properly. And so now you get the bot side scuttle. Oh my god, that is such a good trade. This dude's Zoe is so clean, bro.
Yeah, mid turned into not a whole lot for either side as they both CC'd each other around the same time, so the follow-up could not be there for either player.
That was clean.
Will secure himself the scuttle crab.
It was good by Olive to hit the E. Otherwise he would hit.
Yeah, or else he would be completely chunked out. He already has to reset here. He's probably gonna have to TP. Getting TP out at 4 minutes here.
And we're
he has to
buy
buy
Cryo bot lane and
tier.
Niles.
Yeah, he has to TP.
Top Gab, but he's even in CS, even though he crashed like 3 waves into the tower. That's like
that's
real
huge.
sad.
And now, by the way, look at this. Wiggly got to back and buy his Predator boots, and he can just go straight through Tribush because there's no wards left. There's no way for him to ward.
Because of that, those few extra seconds of
There's no way Niles should die here.
This gank is coming. He plays far back. He still gets ganked by
it. Y'all get flashed though for sure. What
is
what? Oh my god! I've never seen. Dude, that is such a miss. That is such a bad play. You are a pro player. You cannot hold your flash there.
Yeah.
That is. Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, now Finn already is gonna win. He wins post 3 anyway, and now he just hard stomps.
Yeah, he just runs over this matchup.
Oh my! What is he doing? Just flash Q2. Flash Q2 right here. What are you doing? That is so greedy. Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, now they have stomping topside. A mid matchup that shouldn't be going as well for RGS as it is, but he's so good at Zoe that it doesn't matter. And a bot lane that we win because I think we probably have better players.
Yeah.
Iconic, look, Iconic is in the prime position to gank this bot lane, and he's gonna reset because he doesn't know what a gank is. His bot lane's begging them.
It's a weird gank with that.
I mean, he had to go early because the wave got too big. But if he had gone earlier, he could have easily ganked. And now here, I mean, they're gonna set up the dive. They're gonna set up the dive with the TC stack.
Yeah, and you have teleport from Finn that's able to come in. Oh, that was really good by Smoothie.
Oh no! Wait, why is
Turtle?
Wait, why is Turtle? Wait, how do you tank? Wait, go back real quick.
What?
Okay, wait.
So
what? So he killed right as Smoothie. That first turret shot just throws me off because it's so late. The first turret shot on Turtle. He wasn't tanking for so long, and then he got hit after the kill.
And then he walks back into tower range. That.
Yeah, he actually could have. Maybe not. Grace has flash too, but yeah, that's a yikes.
I mean, at least it's newbie.
It's actually not like the end of the world because you get you can just repeat gank that, repeat dive that, but that's definitely not as clean as you want it to be. Oh my god, Finn gets to freeze this wave. Finn's gonna have such a fat freeze here. That was so clean by Smoothie.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Turtle shouldn't have E'd there. He should have waited for the flash. Oh no, then he didn't have flash. Yeah, that's a that's a poorly executed dive.
Initially, that it was so clean by Smoothie.
What are they doing? They're gonna kill Sticks, eh?
Maybe.
Look at the freeze top. I know this isn't on the screen, but look at he's freezing this wave so hard, and it's such a massive wave. Does this work? No, this doesn't work. They just get chunked. They actually just gonna lose the trade. He dashed into the aftershock. Wow.
But
good thing he has Vamp Scepter.
Yeah, they can take that because of Vamp Scepter.
RJS meanwhile 2v1 mid.
And
by the way, look at his itemization.
Oh, Niles just is walking into it. Niles?
And a solo kill. He's gonna have to flash though.
Yeah.
Flash Q and Finn says, "Why don't you win lane before you talk?" and shuts him down. Yeah, Finn does
wow. Yeah, so Zoe went. Okay, you know, most cases you go Merc Tread's first item into Syndra as a mage, because it's so valuable against her stun and all the other setup. They don't have any CC on the comp.
Yeah.
Besides Syndra and Galio, so he went the barrier, the whatever that
magic
item's
resist
called.
Seeker's Arm Guard.
Yeah, exactly. And so now you get the complete lane domination where you don't even have to worry about our damage because of how much magic resist you have, and you don't have to worry about building. You can now build Stork Shoes into a full squishy comp as Zoe.
Yeah.
That is huge. That's such good itemization. And so many pro players here would just go to Merc Treads because that's what they're used to.
Yeah.
They just go Merc Treads because, okay, I'm facing Syndra, they just autopilot onto it. Pro players need to start adapting builds more. This is such good itemization from RGS. And now he auto wins the lane, and he gets to build Stork Shoes into a team comp that really doesn't want to deal with Magic Pin when they have a Samira Aatrox running around, a 2-0 Aatrox. Because then it's hard for them to itemize into. So I mean, this is such a big advantage that no one's gonna even think about. Although giving Mountain helps that a little bit. And I think we just have to. Wait, do we give it up? Yeah, we just give it up. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
now,
going to be
like,
a couple of...
No, it's not a big deal because
Yeah.
it's worse. The worst part about losing Mountain is that we don't get it on Aatrox and Leona. It's not about them getting it because they're not itemizing it anyway. So it's not gonna. The percent's not really gonna make a big difference.
The wave is frozen in favor of
Man, he just did so much damage to Zoe.
I mean, he only hit the E, so...
Yeah.
That's around what you'd expect. If he hit the QE, then you would be like, oh no.
I think even if he hits, look at this freeze, bro. This is just he has to call Iconic up. Iconic has to come up, dude. This is just so
The
unfair.
level difference.
And he can just all in him and burn his flash whenever he wants. This is so disgusting. Yeah, top gap.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, there it is, the Iconic. He's gonna... Okay.
Wait.
Oh my god. And now Iconic has to force the crash. How does Wild Turtle... Oh my god. Wild Turtle's up 25 CS.
That's insane.
Yeah, this matchup is...
Well, Griffin's just been able to spend so much time down there.
Yeah. Well, they were winning the matchup anyway, and they would continue.
Oh, that's so clean by Griffin.
Oh,
And
no.
Smoothie. Wow.
We didn't wait for the Zoe poke. We didn't wait for the Zoe poke before the dive, though.
I want to watch that again because that engage was
Wait, we had...
super
Okay,
clean.
look, yeah, pause it here, though. Pause it here. So we have the wave. They don't have the dive yet. They don't know we're diving yet. So GP isn't going to ult yet to clear the wave. Zoe's on the way down. Don't go in yet as Gragas. Wait for the Zoe poke. Or else we don't have enough damage to actually kill Stixay with those sums.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at where Zoe is. All you have to do is wait 5 seconds maybe because Zoe's range is so long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. The mechanics are really clean here from Griffin.
Yeah.
And it's very rare to see Gragas actually pull off the E because you have to R before you flash. You E R flash. That's the mechanic there, or else they can flash over the R. So you instead of E flash R, you E R flash, and it's kind of difficult to pull off.
Oh, the ulti by Stixay.
See, look, RJS. If you wait 5 seconds, RJS has already hit an E or a Q here, and 6A's dead.
Mm-hmm.
6A played this pretty well though.
Yeah, the cleanse.
The cleanse
ulti
R.
out because if he doesn't ulti like that quickly, Wild Turtle's knockup gets him and kills him.
Yeah.
And burns the flash. But...
CLG, you gotta stop doing these tier 1 dives. Yeah.
We don't need to stop them, like the tier 1 dives. We just need to execute them.
No, yeah.
But Finn...
We need to just fix execution. I mean, the tier 1 dives aren't problematic inherently. The execution is problematic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that mechanically Griffin played it perfectly, but why are you not waiting on the Zoe poke? That's just not good decision making. Especially when you know a Blaze Olive has TP and most likely will follow. So. Also, this throws me off. Zoe can now get TP.
She picked it up from a Blazed Olive.
Yeah, but before she couldn't get it, I thought.
She couldn't get it from the balloons.
Oh, okay.
So she used to be able to get it from the balloons.
I understand. I don't think I've seen a Zoe get TP in so long. I just assumed she couldn't get it at all.
No, she picked it up from a Blazed Olive.
Well, yeah, they are forced airs.
Dude, thank God he went the Stride Breaker build on. First of all, they have no real melee champion aside from Galio. Secondly, Stride Breaker is so much better now that Gore Drinker got Giga nerfed.
Yeah.
It gives you that move speed, which is underutilized, and the active is so nice.
That extra.
I love that item on Bruisers. I've been meaning to test out on Wukong. I want to see how it feels.
I don't know. Like the active doesn't seem particularly useful to me on Wukong, just because he.
No, it might not be, but Gore Drinker was really strong on him, and the move speed would be good for team fights.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think you can use the active during your ult, which is
Wouldn't
big.
Sunder be good on him?
Yeah, Thunder is strong. Triforce is strong. Like Wukong always has to depend on matchup since the item changes. If you're facing like 4 melee, you were going Gore Drinker, and if you're facing a 1v1 like top matchup that you can abuse, you go Triforce. If you're facing tank, you go Sunder. But Sunder's mythic passive isn't great on him. Because he doesn't have any magic pin or magic damage aside from his E that's negligible.
Still does have quite a serious CS lead over his opponent down here.
Okay, I thought that was kind of the new-ish Triforce.
Yeah, well, I always like.
Oh, that's really good here to turn this.
Dude, Smoothie. Do you see Smoothie's ult?
No,
Finn's too fast here, by the way. Even with him having flash and getting a watch Smoothie ult here. That's bad.
I think he was expecting to have Newbie locked up for.
Yeah,
longer,
I think Griffin
has
did.
Merc treads.
I think he thought Griffin was gonna body slam there. Okay, so even here, look, Finn's so fast. He dies still. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, Finn is just straight up winning this game. But top gap, you know.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
God. At what point is Niles gonna get humbled into shutting the fuck up?
Dude, Niles single-handedly throwing multiple games. It's poor guy. I just don't like. It would be one thing. I kind of don't want to stop shit talking because it's funny, but it would be one thing if you were performing well on shit talking.
Yeah, like
I don't know why you're shit talking when you like Fudge shit talking. Also is the same way. Fudge has not performed well, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that C9 Academy, he got so overrated in Academy because he was getting all the resources on C9 Academy.
Yeah.
And literally had 87% counter pick rate on C9 Academy. That's absurd. That's unheard of counter pick rate. That's like crazy. That's like someday, right? And you know they were winning, so it's okay. But they also had better players than everyone else overall. And then he comes to LCS, and well, you have Perks and Sven and Blabber. So are you still gonna get 87% counter pick rate? And you no. And should you? No, definitely not. So now he's looking like probably closer to his actual skill level, which isn't nearly as high as people thought it was.
Yeah.
Got the slow onto him and has really righted the ship for CLG's mid game here, despite.
And he has high upside. He just isn't there like everyone thought he was.
No, I don't think he's a bad player. I think he could end up being a good player down the road, but right now he's definitely not there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think that coming into the league and your first move is to talk shit. That's at least he's taking it well. I'll give him props to that. I mean, you're gonna get shit on after that, and he's handling it well. So
yeah. And like Niles is just doubling down over and over again.
I'm glad that we didn't stop. I'm glad we sent Smoothie to help with Herald there instead of stopping any side lane pressure, so that we can just keep soaking up farm on Turtle, keep soaking up farm on RJS, and keep soaking up farm on Finn. Because they're not going to contest the Herald. Yeah, they're so far behind right now. They're trying to farm
and
up.
Herald is super easy to do solo.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be too much damage to deal with, even though they don't have a lot.
But Turtle's so well farmed. Holy crap.
When you have that much damage,
yeah, he's super fed right now. You know what I like? CLG is one of the very few teams to do this. I saw who else was doing it recently. When they're playing one side of the map, they'll send Finn to take their jungle camps. on the other side. First of all, that's great funneling of resources. And secondly, you're denying the counter jungle. And a lot of teams aren't utilizing this. Like, it's such an important thing to do to make sure that if you're going to play one side of the map, you're at least denying their jungler from being able to do other things on the other side. And obviously you can't do it with 3 players off the map and they're mid roaming into your jungle to kill you. But what is Iconic doing?
Iconic stuff. He's doing his best.
That was something. His best. I hope not.
From CLG suggesting they want to go for a play in that top side. Rift Herald still in Griffin's inventory.
Finn.
We're going to use that one for the second time. Newbie rotates over and just
Galio got it.
Oh.
Finn can't get it on the steal attempt.
Honestly, better than that's like the best person that if you're gonna lose it, at least lose it to Galio.
Yeah.
And now we're just threatening dive on a Blaze Olive, get a free tower top.
Let's go.
And then we probably just get the Herald mid down the road and get free mid towers too. I mean, that's the easy play and the correct play. So.
Yeah. We outdrafted. Now we're out macroing super hard. And
I think it's funny. I could see a world where people think that GGS draft is better, but
yeah.
Their draft requires the enemy team. If we didn't have Zoe, Leona to bubble engage from long range, then it actually would be really hard for CLG to play the game without just getting out damaged and kited, even with their engage, right? But with the Zoe bubble, your engage is guaranteed. Like, if you hit a bubble, the Leona can't miss R.
Mm-hmm.
And
you underestimate Smoothie quite a bit, my friend.
Dude, Smoothie's played well, bro.
Yeah, but you saw the R earlier.
Yeah, he's had some whiffs. True. He's had some whiffs. But and we get another free turret. That's crazy. And then we get in front,
and then we kill Iconic.
Griffin.
Yeah. No,
like mechanically, that was again phenomenal by Griffin.
No, it's CLG. Like you have to be drilled in your Gragas mechanics. You can't you can't be a jungler on this squad without him.
That's Gragas duty. Put him on Sejuani too.
No, Sejuani, you can get away with it. You have to be able to do your Gragas duty.
Yeah, no, but that's like a tough combo. That's really good that he's two in a row. It makes me confident that he's been playing a lot of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know about Night Harvester. I like Rocket Build a lot though.
I guess I prefer going Aftershock into
tank build. Yeah. Turbo Chem tank's better. Like overall especially for our comp.
Yeah,
because we don't lack damage with Aatrox, Zoe, Samira.
Yeah,
but Turbo Chem tank there with Aftershock would have been nasty.
Yeah,
but I think the Predator gives you so much early game power, and I think they were trying to get a lane snowballed, so I'm fine with it. But I still think Rocket Belt's better than Night Harvester here.
Yeah,
it gives you an extra layer of mobility and damage. Like Night Harvester is supposed to give you that move speed, but you never really feel it. You never feel like, oh yeah, I just proc my Night Harvester, now I can run away. Not really though.
Yeah, Night Harvester just seems
and
bad.
Proto Belt's not Rocket Belt's not conditional either. Like you don't have to hit something with Rocket Belt to be able to use that mobility and damage.
Yeah.
And it's just packed with stats. Like this is actually just a super valuable item if you just look at the
Strybreaker's so satisfying.
I don't know. I haven't I don't even understand what the third mana item does.
Everfrost?
Yeah. But I don't know if that would be an option on Gragas.
Well, not really, just because it's so much better on champ set.
I literally don't know a champion it's good on.
I mean, it's good on Talia. I wouldn't have minded them going Everfrost on Talia last game when they had no setup, because then you can actually guarantee your own W if you hit it. And so, like, that's one situation where I could see Everfrost being a viable pick. They still, I mean, it's still the worst of the three, but as far as that game, maybe it's
Well, they like
the pickup.
my one big gripe with the item rework, I think they did a ton of cool stuff and a ton of good stuff, but they got rid of the cool fucking interactions with like Spooky Ghost on the Frost.
Yeah.
Like those interactions are gone.
Augment feels pretty useless if you're not playing Senna now.
Yeah, Glacial Augment lost all of its purpose. Like it's a Senna only.
Yeah. It kind of feels bad, but it's one of those things where that's like clear oversight, you know? Like,
yeah,
they just didn't even think about it. But
and you could literally just put Spooky Ghost back in the game.
Yeah, make it a legendary.
Yeah,
and just like you just get the freaking entire utility. But I think they're trying to phase out. I'm assuming they're trying to phase out Glacial Augment.
Maybe.
I mean,
they made it so cool.
Yeah, I like Glacial Augment.
It was the coolest thing they've done with like Rune. Like ever.
Oh, Paddlestar coming in with the Leona follow-up, and Finn is already ready to go with the World Ender.
RJS is still just popping him. But yeah, I'm upset that they made Glacial Augment useless because it was so cool. It gave Hextech GLP a purpose.
This is the exact situation we did.
And it made things like Nico have a build like Vigar. It gave such a unique build that was utility based.
And they wouldn't have to face check, given that they don't have very good, bodies to go face check with. So they use the
and it didn't ever feel unfair.
Just to check that one attempt from CLG and make a nice counter punch here for themselves. See if they can actually finish it off, cash in on some gold. That would be very nice in trying to set themselves up for another fight, because they don't have to risk the game on the next dragon 30 seconds ahead of time, and they do have presence around it first, so you can look for your
I think I lost you, man.
If one does not land, then try and disengage.
If you are talking, I cannot hear you.
It
That
is
is
starting
unfortunate.
up here with the Aatrox moving in. Finn wants to cut off the escape route. Paddlestar's going down. Leona ulti coming
Wait, I totally wasn't paying attention to that.
Finn wants to cut off the escape route. Paddlestar's going down. Leona
coming
through. Finn eating some damage.
So,
Griffin with a nice
Griffin with a good ulti, but this is going too slowly, really. Oh, but we killed off Stick Sizer. Turtle's popping off, and that's really good there, and a lot of their damage is gone. And RJS just kills a Blazed Olive on the backside. So, very good.
Flashes as well, get right back over to that Baron. 20 seconds left on.
Yeah, we just get Dragon. We can probably just rotate over to Baron. Make sure that we have vision all cleared out.
Setting up themselves up for Soul Point, and they can easily return to a calm.
Yeah, I think Tanman died here.
Around it for them. They actually don't have to rush it at all, since there are double teleports on the side of Golden Guardians that could quickly answer. They get their reset first.
Just got so many flashes to start with. It gives RJS just so much to work with. Oh, and he hits the bubble onto a Blazed Olive and just bops him. And then uses his actual flash after flashing 4 times earlier in the fight. His Zoe is so clean. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the Void Stat build. I've seen most pros go that third in general, but I don't know the reasoning behind that. I think it's like pretty gold efficient. Tanman's headset died, so I'm just gonna kind of chug along with him, without him, until he comes back to me. The show must go on.
I am not doing that. Remember that CLG fans would tell you that you can't have two.
But maybe he can provide some insight onto that Void Staff third, or even
it's 4,500 gold lead.
like I can kind of understand it second on. No, I can't. Yeah, I can on Syndra because the Zoe, one of your primary burst targets, has the Banshee Veil.
Recognizing that the AP damage from the Syndra might be the only thing that could burst him down through his tank ability.
Oh my gosh. Just RGS nailing these bubbles, Smoothie hitting the good follow-up, and just bopping people. Did trade one there, but overall, that was really well done. And Finn can easily 2v1 that.
Finn says, I don't care about fighting 1v2, I'll take you both on. Zoning Niles and Iconic away while the rest of CLG are working on the Baron. RJS.
Well, the rest of CLG is just Smoothie Wild.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I had to go dig up a microphone out of my closet.
Rip in pieces headphones.
Dude, that was just my headphones won't charge. Like they're just like I'm plugging them in, they don't charge. So we got Baron.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and we did the whole Zoe bubble thing.
No, the sniper Leona?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's OP, bro. I'm telling you, like the reason that our comp just completely wins is even if we were in a different situation, right? If we picked, it works really well with our comp. The Zoe does. If we had Orianna, we might actually be in a position where they could come back. But with the Zoe snipe into Leoar, it's just so hard for them.
Yeah.
Like right here. Oh my god, bro. How do you play against that?
Just don't get hit.
They only have one cleanse, too.
Yeah. Stixay played this extremely well.
Yeah. Killing Griffin there. It also changed the entire dynamic because it required Finn to completely zone their jungler.
But he can just 2v1 Niles and Iconic at this point.
Yeah, he's so strong.
He's disgusting. Might actually break.
His Aatrox is really clean. I mean, he had a clean Aatrox against Dig, too. He played really well that game. Dude, that...
Wait, what the hell was that, Griffin?
Yo, look, he barreled over the terrain. He barreled over the terrain.
Oh!
You just have to do it all. You just have to do it on the terrain there, and then you're fine. I've been praising his mechanics all game. I'll call him out when he needs to be called out. That was really shit, bro.
Except RJS just makes up for it by removing a champion from the map by just hitting a singular ability.
Dude, that Zoe is
also,
so disgusting.
Why? Do you know why RJS went Void Staff third here?
Let me look at the items when they pop up.
There's not enough magic resist to warrant it, in my mind. There's like 2 pairs of mercs.
So the biggest reason that people are rushing Void Staff right now is because you can now build that magic pin item into it. Like, you know, it now has a magic pin item component.
Yeah.
And it's a lot cheaper than Rabadon's. So even against like low magic resist, it's not inefficient. It's pretty good. And you don't have to have as much gold. And I'm assuming he wants to accelerate the game and get his items as fast as possible before it gets to a point where he would have to have Rabadon's damage, because their team does scale really hard. So that would be... oh my god, that
Finn, and he's so fast.
Oh my lord. Oh, look, flashes for RJS.
Yeah. Yeah, Zoe was a mistake.
Hey, imagine not banning RJS Zoe.
Zoe was a fucking mistake of a champion. Jesus.
Yeah, I hate that shit. But you know, if RJS gets it, I love it. So, what are you gonna do? You know what I was worried about is going into after week 1, we clearly were not an 0-3 team, right? We clearly were a lot better than a lot of the teams in LCS talent-wise. But I was really worried that teams who lose... oh my god, that was really good. Teams who lose a lot in any sport or esport,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're losing like the games we're losing, you get to a point where you just don't think you can win. Like going
Yeah.
into every game, you just feel like you're gonna lose because you feel, I don't know, cursed or
Yeah.
wait, Finn
I
left.
want to get a
He's
freeze frame on that Finn face.
He's getting fined, bro. You see what he did?
Look at how kawaii our players are.
Do you see what he did?
No.
He left the game as the Nexus was exploding. That's what Niles just got fined for.
Oh.
I think he just realized. Maybe he's excited. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he might have realized he's getting fined for that. What a game!
Look how happy Smoothie is.
I missed our transition into the beer, and I don't know what happened, but I mean the early game went really well for us, as it's been going for most of our games. But I mean the FlyQuest game was really bad, because you can't really do anything.
Yeah, that was draft
early
mostly.
with our draft, yeah. But I mean that game was great. You love to see
Us
one
coming
player
out
to
and
take over.
stomping, and
Yeah.
Finn just absolutely shitting all over that kid.
There were some mistakes you want to see cleaned up. The bot dives need to be executed better, communicated better. I mean, that second one, RGS have to poke first, or else it doesn't work anyway. And then the first one, I mean, I guess you just give Smoothie up earlier and just let him tank the last shot, so that Wild Turtle never starts tanking. But because 1 for 2 on a bot lane dive in a 3v2 is not ideal.
Yeah.
But you can't, like, those are things you go over in VOD review. Like this, like our coaching staff will go over those, and that's fixable. Okay, guys, make sure on second dive you wait for RJS 5 seconds. All you have to do, wait 5 seconds. You don't pop Predator so soon, and then you come in, because if you wait for him to pop the poke, then Niles can't ult the wave yet. And then Gragas timing on the dive will be with RGS damage. So, I mean, it's stuff that you fix easily. You work on communication, and I expect all of that to get better. I still have some concerns about, like, pathing. That gank top lane should never have worked. It should blow the flash, but I mean,
it should have blown the flash.
Yeah, but no other team, top laner is gonna die to that gank ever.
Huni.
Okay, maybe Huni, but like the Niles and Huni, I don't know. I mean, that's just such a huge mistake for an LCS player to make, not flashing the.
And we capitalized on.
Yeah, and then Finn played it properly. He had multiple waves frozen at like huge CS, like.
Yeah, he got a level lead, and
he got such a big XP.
And then when Niles got impatient about,
and then he solo killed him. Yeah,
he just showed him who's daddy.
Yeah, and I really like seeing the draft come out where you pick your best champion. They don't ban your mid laner's best champion, and you just pick it. You don't care about the counter pick, because you're picking it last pick in the first round of draft, right? Yeah. No, you're picking it second to last pick. Well, I highly doubt they were going to pick Malzahar right after Zoe anyway. But
yeah, and
when they go into banner,
the Gragas.
The Gragas triple flex is so good.
Yeah,
I like our 100 Thieves draft a little bit more than that, but
that was a very good draft.
Yeah, that draft is so good. Like I could talk about that draft forever. The freaking Rel Nocturne Orianna. There's so much genius to adding Nocturne to an engage comp, where you just blind the enemy team. It's so good, dude. And I'm shocked how few teams have done it.
Yeah, that was really, really innovative.
Yeah, I really like seeing that.
Yeah, it's.
But that was my second favorite draft of this split so far. So.
And it's really nice to see some really innovative stuff come from this team.
Yeah, I mean we're the only team who's triple flex the Gragas, where we pick it and then we actually flex it instead of just sitting at top.
Yeah. And like Dignitas is one team where you absolutely know they can triple flex it.
Oh yeah, this Dig roster. I mean, because Fake God is pretty much on tank duty, and then Dardoch can play anything.
Yeah.
You know, I think me. I just
like if they're picking if Dignitas is picking Seraphine, you're worried about the Seraphine jungle. You're like,
yeah, true.
It might be possible he could play it.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think that Dig's roster is pretty bad, but not like Dardoch is on a bad roster. But Neo surprised me. He's played pretty well.
Yeah.
But I think Soligo and Fate God are pretty weak for solo laners, and it's gonna make it hard for Dardoch to continue to thrive. They're 4-2 though, so I mean, honestly, I like the roster. I like the players
Yeah.
as people.
Soligo was someone I was pretty uncertain about. Like I need to watch his games this week. He's looked all right. He did have that Yone pop-off game.
Yeah. I hope
best Yone NA.
It's always nice to see. I mean, I would love for Fate Gods to play well.
Yeah,
I would love for them to shut me up and keep on this 4-2 track where they're winning 66% of their games. I don't think they'll do it, but I would love for them to because it's good to see. I mean, Neo, Fate God, and Soligo first split in LCS, and they're doing well.
Yeah, that's Neo has done a little time in LCS before.
Yeah, he was Asta before, I think.
Yeah. Because it was Asta Gate for Optic.
Oh yeah, but
and Soligo had that short time in NA as well, but
yeah. Well, I don't see like if you're whoever does the LCS awards, right? I don't see how you can go through the the games and say RJS isn't the best rookie right now. Dude is so good.
Yeah, the only other person you could possibly put up there, in my opinion, would be Revenge, because
Revenge has played well. I'll give it to him. But I don't know how I like it to be consistent, but he was so bad in Academy last year. I feel like he's gonna come down off this high. Because he was consistently terrible in Academy. So I don't know how he's gonna be. Maybe he just improved that much over one season, but he's been playing forever. It's just you need to check him for PEDs, you know. So
Adderall.
Yeah, this dude's popping some Addy before every match. He's solo kill all 4A. Check his drug cabinet.
Even though Adderall wouldn't technically give you an advantage, it would just make you feel like you had an advantage.
Yeah, dude.
As someone
who lying before games, come on.
As someone who takes prescribed ADHD medication daily.
Yeah, Ritalin gives you the advantage. Everyone knows that.
It's the same thing. Those are both dopamine.
No, I know.
They functionally do the same thing.
Yeah. They're it's weird because they do the same thing, but they prescribe you different ones. I mean, I've been on both, and you don't feel any different on one or the other.
Well, the side effects vary a little bit, in like the manufacturing process is a little different with how they work. Like the medication I take is dopamine reuptake inhibitor, so methylphenidate, which functions differently. It prevents the reuptake of dopamine, which creates more of a kind of consistent flow of it rather than like waves of it.
Right.
So.
Well, overall, I think that I think we're way better than 1-5.
Yeah. We're right now we're probably about a 500 squad.
Yeah, currently.
With a lot of room to improve.
Realistically, we could have been 4-2. I think we could have won all 3 games in week 1.
Yeah.
We could not have won the TL or Fly games. The drafts were really bad in those games.
I don't think we could have won the Fly games. The Fly game, TL, it was possible.
It would have been really tough. I think that draft was...
Yeah, that one fight, like...
we
played that correctly, and we could have spun the game in our favor.
Yeah, that one fight was winnable. I mean, I don't know. I look forward to seeing how we perform in the coming weeks. I think Broxa might be here in time for next week. I wouldn't be surprised if they waited because one day of practice might be a little...
and jet lag. can
jet
really
lag, all
affect
that
things.
stuff.
We saw that with Crown.
I'm curious what's going to happen with Keel.
I'm curious too. I asked Hoffa about that, and he said that they like him, but they haven't made a decision on what they're going to do with him yet.
They should get a CLG amateur team.
Yeah,
Another one.
Wait,
CLG
do we have an amateur team?
I mean, aside from Academy, I mean.
Yeah, Academy and amateur are different.
Well, they're merging a little bit the scenes.
Yeah, a little bit, but they're like you wouldn't say 100 Thieves next is Academy.
Fair enough. Yeah. So an amateur team though, but like I'd like for them to pick one up. I want Five Fire. Like,
dude, I want Five Fire so bad. His team just got dropped from their org.
Yeah.
It's Viper, Five Fire, Acadian, and two. I don't remember who their bot lane is.
Acadian's on Dick Academy.
Or is it Acadian? It's somebody. It's somebody that's been around the block in LCS.
I would love to see Five Fire just come to CLG Academy. I mean, I especially if Pope's still requesting a trade, which
but good luck finding a trade partner.
Yeah, I think the only team that no, I'm not even going to entertain it. But there's no reason. I was really worried if we went 0-6 that they just drop RJS for Pope. But
no,
that's such result-based analysis considering how well RJS has performed individually. You just try and fix it by taking out probably your best.
You like we saw how Pobelter performed in lock-in tournament. It just was bad.
Dude, he was playing a really. When he was playing Victor, that was such a good matchup for the enemy comp, and he was still ending. So I don't know.
Yeah, he just. Well, it wasn't even necessarily that Pobelter looked that bad. He looked all right. He looked average Pobelter.
He looked a lot worse than he did last year. I mean,
the team just looked like they were on 5 different pages at all times.
It doesn't help that they had so many subs, but yeah, it was not good.
But I mean, they week 1 this squad had about as much time together as our sub squad did, and
they looked
the
really
comms were so much cleaner. You could just see it, and like our teleports to support each other were insane. We were sacrificing resources on our end to help other lanes, which is something we did not do when Pobelter was on the team.
Yeah.
So our RJS should be the fiction.
No, he's the future. Yeah, he's the future for sure.
RJS and Finn are definitely the future.
I think Finn has to be consistent though. He was so consistent in LEC with how he performed. He had one int game last year, and he was playing Wukong. And they won the game, but he just ran it down the whole game. He can't have that. He can't have the GP type games that he had last time against FlyQuest.
I just noticed. I love how everyone else's backgrounds are like so clean and pristine.
And turtles falling over.
He just he's hanging a shower curtain like up to dry or something.
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited about this squad though. I mean,
yeah.
I'm curious to see how Broxa performs because you never know.
But even if Broxa isn't that good, like I constantly harp that teams should have 2 junglers.
Yeah, I mean, especially junglers with different styles.
Yes.
Unfortunately, fortunately, Wiggly has been so far very willing to make plays. They just have been often the wrong plays.
But you know.
So Broxa.
If Sejuani, Trundle, Gragas becomes the new meta, I want Wiggly. Like, Wiggly's Trundle is clean. He's got a solid Sejuani.
His Sej and lock-in was actually really good.
Yeah.
The game they lost, he played really good on such.
Yeah. And then Broxa can be working on other styles of champions. And we could even sub them in for different games. Like, having flexibility at the jungle position is one of my favorite components to have in a roster.
Yeah, I think Broxa is such a nice guy. Mm-hmm. He might be okay with it.
Yeah.
He's so down to earth, dude.
I feel like everyone on this squad is.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I've heard is that the atmosphere for these 5 players is so positive.
Yeah. And you would have more actual like insider insight on that.
Well, I've heard good things about practice, so I mean, I look forward to seeing how they improve going forward. I hope that drafts continue to get
better improve.
Yeah, I mean,
angrily shake a stick at them or something.
Yeah, I mean, our silver analysis videos will become angry old man yelling at cloud videos.
They'll just become the epitome of the Elmo gif.
Yeah.
And every single CLG fan knows what I'm talking about.
CLG Flame win.
Never. He's retired.
5 minutes. Oh man, that was a fun off season. Well, I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. That was a really fun game, and that draft was really good. I'll probably be doing my game notes. I have a lot to do for some of my classes, but I'll probably do game notes at some point in the coming days for each game. I might skip the FlyQuest game because that was so miserable. I didn't get to watch it live. I didn't get to watch TL game live. But yeah, I mean, I don't really want to do that FlyQuest game notes. That's it's not even worth it.
Just have it be like, why did you pick Talia? And that's
I'll just do draft. I'll do draft for the games that are just not worth going into because that game was over early on. I mean, the level 1 was good. I can talk about that a little bit, but anyway,
so
I'll let you get back to it, bro.
Yeah. So this will probably be uploaded tomorrow. I'll do my write up then. So it was a blast doing this with you, man.
Yeah, I had fun. I'd love to do it again this next weekend. Sorry it took me so long. So much goes on.
Yeah, it wasn't even like your fault for some of it. It was like, oh yeah, my entire family got COVID. Oh, there was a power outage.
Dude, the power outage was the worst part, bro. Literally over 24 hours I was sitting in the dark, no phone, and it got dark so early, so it's just God. And my sleep schedule was whack, so I was not tired at all. I'm just sitting there. I go to my car to charge my phone. Oh, man.
That's wild.
But, no, it's fun, dude. Yeah. I look forward to doing it again.
Yeah, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.